Greetings, everyone. I can hardly believe it. I'm getting to the end of these Advent calendar chocolates. Only 3 more to go now. And we're continuing along with drop caps. Now, in one of my previous sketchbooks, I remembered that I did a version of this in something and I thought it was kind of funny, and I thought I'd share it with you very quickly. So, these are some here. I'm just going to hold that up if you wish to read it or do whatever you like with it. But you get the concept that a letter can start off a paragraph and also be used to help tell the story. Now, it is interesting. What we're doing now is we're going through each of the vowels. So the next on the list would be E. You know, A-E-I-O-U. So we're going to do this one a little bit differently. The initial letter, or the drop cap, doesn't necessarily have to be a capital letter. And we're going to zoom in on this just a little bit too. And we're going to very quickly do this up. And remember, of course, there's the possibility of fixing it after the fact. Now, I think in the last video, I sort of suggested that it be sports related. Well, here's what sort of popped into my mind. Dodgeball. A dodgeball is barely a sport, but you have to be a good sport, kind of. So, I'm going to have somebody here getting ready to throw a ball. Now, I don't know how some of you felt about dodgeball. I didn't mind it. I wasn't always a fan of getting out, but I was reasonably athletic as a kid, and for the most part, I didn't really I didn't really get out that often. So that's not bragging, it's just, well, as I said, I was reasonably athletic, and I really wasn't a poor sport about most stuff. So let's have someone here looking onward, probably not that interested in playing. Some kids dreaded playing dodgeball. But we'll see. How this one will go. Remember, there was a movie actually related to dodgeball. I think it was like a Ben Stiller movie with Vince Vaughn, the actor Rip Torn. I can't remember everybody in it. I just remember there was somebody who I believe got hit with a wrench, something like that. Anyway, so we'll add to this as we go. I'm just trying to think what else can we put in here that could be related or unrelated. I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out after. So I'm going to get out the pen. Actually, I just thought of something. We could have the gym teacher. We can do some more scrolly stuff. Backboard. How about somebody else keeping their head down over here? I don't know. Maybe we won't use that one. Just a little rough idea. Yeah. Off we go. So we're going to rough in something here. So that's sort of a quick looking whistle, let's say. Yeah. So we are getting a little bit closer to Christmas. If that is your thing, I celebrate Christmas. It is fun for me. If you don't, what do you do? So much of what we have going on in North America kind of spins around a Judeo-Christian calendar. So if you don't, then yeah, what do you do? Is it fun? Is it still somehow related? Now I wonder why some people really looked forward to playing dodgeball the way that they did. You know, were they mean people? Were they all about hurting people? I admit, to some degree, it was fun to get certain people. I don't think I really wanted to hurt people. But in a way, you really wanted to make sure they were aware they got hit. So I guess in some sad way, yeah, you probably did kind of want to hurt people. And that's not very nice. I don't know if many schools still play a version of it now. Down here, Yes, somebody who's not super interested in playing the game. And that can't be fun for people. To think that somehow yeah, they're going to be in pain for no good reason at all, and that somehow this has been sanctioned by adults. It's kind of terrible, come to think of it. Little tiny thumb, little tiny fingers. So yeah, dodgeball wasn't fun for everybody. So I hope some of you are giving this a try at the same time and also playing around with the concept of drop caps to add some illustrations. Because it is a fun way to do things. You don't have to do it exactly like this. You could do it whatever way you like. Let's have a leg going here as well. We'll have one knee like this, the other with a sock, tennis shoe or something. A court shoe. The laces would go that way. Remnants of a shoe there. Gym shorts. Here's a truth about being young. Honestly, right now, certain things might seem like it's just not going well. And I promise you, well, I can't really promise you, but for the most part, uh, it's normal to be kind of like disappointed with certain things. I don't think we're going to bother with that other character there. We got the whistle. Yeah, I don't think we need to bother with that. And we're not going to be at this for super long. We'll save a little bit of time. But anyway, getting back to the just being young thing. Yeah, things can get pretty dramatic. You can be surrounded by people that are not always kind. And as you get older, and as you kind of make more decisions for yourself, you'll learn that you'll get to hang out with people that actually care more about you. And I think that's important to remember that. So while you're young, and some of those decisions are kind of being made for you, well, there will come a day where it will get better and you'll hang out with different people. I mean, you always kind of have to make do anyway in life. But choosing good people to be around makes a big difference. Friends, in a way, can become like family. I think that's all I'm going to do with this drop cap. Just some sort of little doodles like that. And like before, I'm just going to write something very quick and then we'll color it and be done. Ooh. Of course, when I'm done, I'll read that as well. Okay. So that's roughly the little blurb. It says, so there's the E. Everyone loves dodgeball. Everyone except Sally. This was her least favorite gym activity. Sometimes she wished that she could run faster. Mostly, she would pretend to be sick. That never worked. You could say Sally hated dodgeball. Now, we are going to add a little bit of color to this, and if we need to, we're going to do a little bit more outlining after the fact. But before I do that, let's get rid of this unnecessary character down here. And of course, the dodgeball is going to be red. And the sound that the thing would make when it would hit another person. If slow motion actually existed, for videos, when I was a kid, oh, I can picture some of those tremendous hits. They were outrageous. So looking back, I don't know if I can say that I was always kind and courteous. I hope I was, but I don't think I always was. And sometimes you do things that you kind of regret, especially now when you think that perhaps somebody at one point was not having a good time. Yeah, no. Sometimes you have to acknowledge that you didn't make things better for everybody. Even if you weren't like directly a bully, if you didn't go out of your way to make things a little bit better for other people, that can be almost as bad sometimes just to think about that. Let's give Sally here some really cool violet shoes. And let's go with something else here. How about this green for the body of the E? Try to go through this. I don't know if that whistle should be yellow. I've seen them all metal like silver. I'll make that decision soon. I just might make it yellow. Let's darken that up a little bit there and there. And we will make a little yellow in there. A blue t-shirt or sweatshirt for our perceived bully, just playing the game but not knowing that, or probably knowing, but not making this fun for another human being. White t-shirt is fine. Let's go with the blue shorts just because. Although for the most part not really perceptible to everybody. It's a little bit of rosiness in the cheeks here. And for fun, or maybe not that much fun, we're going to go with kind of blondish hair, but it'll end up being a little bit darker. A slightly lighter red. And then we'll be done. So I am trying to limit my time a little bit until we have like a project that, well, we're not going to limit our time. Really, this is just about sharing concepts. Concepts of drop caps. And for fun, second last thing, little purple there, a slight bit of tracing or outlining, as I would say. I don't really do a lot of tracing. There you go, folks. A dramatic E. So that's the second letter that we've finished up for a drop cap. And that is it for now. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And, well, the next one is I, right? So we'll see you in the next video.